Barnaby the Bear was on a mission. He had smelled the sweet scent of ripe sunberries coming from the far side of the Big Meadow, and his tummy was rumbling in anticipation. However, between him and the sunberries was a vast, dense patch of enormously tall sunflowers. They grew so close together, their huge yellow faces all turned towards the sun, that it looked like an impenetrable, golden wall. "Oh dear," Barnaby mumbled, standing at the edge of the towering sunflower patch. "How will I ever get through that to reach those yummy berries?" He tried to push his way between two thick stalks, but they were too sturdy and close-packed. He sighed, his shoulders slumping. It seemed like a very long walk around the entire sunflower field. Just then, Professor Hoot the Owl, who had been enjoying the morning sun from the top of the tallest sunflower, glided down to a lower stalk, peering at Barnaby. "A bit of a floral fortress, isn't it, little bear?" "Professor Hoot," Barnaby said, relieved to see his wise friend. "I can smell the sunberries, but this sunflower jungle is in my way. I can't get through." Professor Hoot swiveled his head. "Ah, but if you look very carefully, little bear, you might see that nature often provides a way. Follow my gaze, just to your left." Barnaby squinted. At first, all he saw were more sunflowers. But then, he noticed it, a narrow, clearer pathway that ran straight through the middle of the dense sunflower patch. It was like a little corridor, with tall sunflowers standing like proud sentinels on either side. "I see it," Barnaby exclaimed. "It's a little path." "Indeed," Professor Hoot hooted. "In places built by beings beyond our forest, like their big gathering dens or places where they keep many things on high ledges, they often have clear pathways like this one. These pathways run between rows of seats, or rows of tall shelves, or even rows of growing things in their food gardens. They call such a passage an aisle." "Aisle?" Barnaby repeated, the word sounding neat and orderly, just like the little path. "So, this path, with sunflowers in rows on both sides, is like an aisle?" "Precisely," Professor Hoot affirmed. "This is a natural aisle through the sunflower field. It allows for easier passage between the rows of flowers. An aisle helps you get from one end to the other without disturbing everything around you." Barnaby the Bear looked at the sunflower aisle with new appreciation. It was much better than trying to barge through the thick stalks. He stepped into the aisle. The giant sunflower heads towered over him on both sides, creating a golden, sunny tunnel. It was a beautiful walk. So, an aisle is a special walking path between rows of things? Barnaby called back to Professor Hoot, who was now flying slowly above him, following his progress. A very good understanding, little bear. Professor Hoot replied. Whether it's an aisle of flowers, or an aisle in a grand meeting place, it serves the same purpose, to guide you through. Soon, Barnaby emerged from the other end of the sunflower aisle, right into the patch of delicious, ripe sunberries. He munched happily, very grateful for the convenient sunflower aisle. He realized that an aisle wasn't just a path. It was a clever way to organize a space and make it easy to move through. From then on, whenever Barnaby saw a clear path between rows of trees, or tall grasses, or even lines of interesting rocks, he would think, "Ah, a forest aisle." It made his journeys through the forest feel a little more organized, and he always thanked the sunflowers for teaching him about their sunny aisle.